Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to modify the cutting board. This is tutorial 1 of 2, and for our first modification we're simply going to take our 3-board laminated oval cutting board and change it to multi-board. So we're looking for some inspiration for that. So what I went and did was, of course, I went to the interweb. And let me see if I can pull over what I'm looking at here. There you go. And this was what I found. Various cutting boards again, and I decided to zero in on this one. And as you can see here, I'm going to actually right click on this one, and I'm going to open the image in a new tab so we can see it a little closer. There we go. And as you can see here, we got our 3 original kind of boards, but this third board here has been turned into, well, a few more pieces of different colors. So not exactly sure what kinds of woods they used here, but we'll just say like medium color and light color and dark color. So looks like some walnut and looks like maybe some cherry in there. So anyway, something like that is what we're going to use for the tutorial. It won't be exactly the same. Could make it exactly the same if we wanted to, but it'll probably be slightly different just for ease of this tutorial. Okay, so this is where we left off. We'd made this oval cutting board, and I said it was a very basic cutting board, and you would probably want to draw some inspiration and come up with something maybe a little more interesting. So the first thing we're going to do is look at our timeline down here. Notice I'm up on the top level of my project here, and I've got that activated, so I see the entire timeline of the project. And I'm going to start undoing some things. So the last thing we did here was put an oval on the edge, or sorry, a fillet on the edge of the oval. So I'm just going to right click on that and make that go away and hit delete. Then I'm going to right click on the other fillet that I made and hit delete. I might have just made one fillet in the tutorial you watched. This one here is what? It's an extrusion of the actual cutting board. So I'm going to, we could get rid of the extrusion, but I'm not going to do that for now. I'm going to go back to the sketch where I made the oval, and I'm going to, well, actually I will. This is the cut. So I'm going to right click on that and not cut it anymore. Delete. And now I'm going to go to the sketch. Well, I don't want an oval anymore, so I might as well delete that. So basically I'm working my way back, and here I am. I've worked my way back to where I started, which is this rectangular 3-board lamination. And now the next thing is I'm going to break the boards, well, yeah, I'm going to break the boards apart just to make things simple. So we're going to turn on the joints here, and we're going to see I have 2 joints. I could pick this one here, and I can right click on it and hit edit this joint. And I could edit it if I want to, but I don't, but I'm just showing you where the joint is and what happens. We'll hit cancel. Now we'll head up under joints over here, expand that out, just right click on this one here and hit delete. And now see, that one's gone, and that means I can click and hold this and it's now free to move. These 2 are still joined, but that one's free to move. So I'm going to now get rid of the other joint. Right click on it and hit delete. I'm back to 3 boards. Okay. What did I want for my inspiration there? Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Well, one of the boards is thinner. I have 3 boards. I have that one, and perhaps this one, but one is thinner. So I'm going to start with that first. So I'm going to go make a thinner board. Let's see. C looks like the one I could target here. So if I highlight or activate C by clicking the end there, you'll see what it took me. See what it took me to make C. I have a sketch and I have an extrusion. So to make C a little thinner, or not as wide, I'll double click on this sketch, or you can right click and hit edit, but I'll just show you double clicking works. Double click, there we go. And it takes me to the sketch. Well, I made the boards 3 inches wide, so I'm going to make this one a little narrower to give myself some room for those extra boards that I'm going to put in. So let's make this, well, let's make it 1 inch. Oh, sorry, 1 inch less, 2 inches there. So I'm planning on keeping the cutting board pretty much overall the same width. This one was 3, and this piece was 3, and this used to be 3, but now it's 2. So that means I can come up with a lamination that is about 1 inch wide. So we'll work from that sort of understanding. Now we'll hit Finish Sketch because we're finished editing this sketch that we'd made. And now we have 3 boards. If I go top level and activate that, I can see all 3. Okay, so I need some more boards. So how was it we did that again? Do we draw them from scratch? Well, you could do that. Or you could just grab one of these boards while you're at top level. That's activated. And we are going to right click. We're going to copy board C. And now we are going to right click on the white space. Oh, sorry. We are going to, hang on, hit escape for a moment to get me out of there. Right click and hit paste new. Don't hit paste, just paste new, because we want this to be an independent board from the one we're pasting from. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this board away just so I can see it, because it always pastes it right on top of the old one. We'll capture position, and then we'll push OK. Okay, so there's another board. It's called C1, but because it's a pasted new, I can call it board D. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll do that. We need 3 more boards, so let's do that again. Let's just copy board D now. Copy, and we will paste new. Where are you there? Paste, oh, hang on. Copy, and we will paste new. There we are. Okay, capture position. There we got another board. It's called D, but we'll rename it to board E. Enter one last time. We will copy and we will paste new. There we go. And capture position. Okay. All right, so that's great. We have a whole bunch of boards all over the place here. These were the 3 that I'm mainly going to use. I'm gonna, those will be my main cutting board right there. But I'm gonna stick some more in here, and that'll be these boards. So we have to go and edit these. So I'm gonna go pick this board here, board D that I made, make it active and see what it's comprised of. Well, it's a sketch and extrusion. We'll leave the extrusion alone, but we'll go into the sketch by double clicking. And we'll make this board, I think, what was it, 1 inch I was looking for? So what if I made the 3 boards adding up to 1 inch? What if I made the center piece 3/4 of an inch and the 2 outer pieces 1/8 of an inch each? Well, 3/4 is 6/8 plus 2 more eighths, that would work. So we'll make this one 3/4 of an inch. There we go. Push finish sketch. We're going to make these ones 1/8 inch pieces. So we're going to go to this one, make it active, find its sketch, and make this 1/8 of an inch. Now that's 0.125, but I'll just put in 1/8. There we go, and hit finish sketch. That's a very thin piece. And now this board here, we're going to put in as a, we're going to make that active, and then we're going to double click the sketch. And we're going to go in there and then make that 0.125, enter. There we go, hit finish sketch. Okay, so there we go, we got all our boards. Go top level, make that active if you want to see the whole thing. Now this is going to look a little weird at first because I'm not going to apply all of the different, well, you could right now. We could go like this. We can go to modify, we could go to appearance, and we could start picking the different kinds of wood we want. So if we go back to our inspiration board here, it was dark for everything, and then a medium colored wood on the outside and lighter on the inside. So let's try that. I'm not doing it exactly. I'm using less pieces. So let's see here. So we'll go dark, dark, dark. This one is a medium colored wood. Let's see. Oh no, I'm going to make these medium colored wood. So I'm going to go down here and find a wood that I think is medium colored and we did this earlier, so that's how we ended up with what we had. So I'm going to go find something now like a cherry. Wood solid, I guess it's under. And so let's go with finished. And there's a cherry there. So I'm going to bring that over, throw that onto that one. Give it a second. It's doing some sort of thinking. There we go. And then I'll throw some cherry. You'll have to play around with these to get kind of a look that you want. It doesn't matter too much other than to convey your idea. So I think this one here, I'm going to go back up and find my walnut. Somewhere in here we got some dark walnut. Let's see if this looks okay. Oh, good opportunity here. By default, Fusion doesn't download every single material. So this one here hasn't been downloaded. That's what this arrow over here is for. So if you want it, you click it, and it only takes a second, and now we have it. So now I can bring walnut in. There we go. And it's coming in. Taking a minute tonight. Okay, we're going to put walnut on that one. Walnut on that one. I just have to think here for a minute. I'm thinking, and walnut on that one. Okay, I think we've got what we need. This is cherry. Oh, hang on. Oh no, I wanted a light color. I think I'll use that ash maybe. There we go, we'll use that. See if that comes in. I'm just going for a visual here, that's all. Okay, so we got all these pieces. What are we going to do with them? Well, you know the drill. We are simply going to, as I close my materials library and start moving things around, we're simply going to join these up. So we're going to go to Assemble and Joint and Capture Position. We're going to pick this one here, middle, like we did before. And if this is in the way, and we can't get to it, see, I picked it by accident. I'm going to unpick it by canceling that and go and see if I can zoom in and grab that. But maybe I'll grab from underneath there. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to grab this one and move that one in. No, we're not. We're going to go grab a thin one. So we're going to assemble a joint. And we're going to go grab one of these thin pieces over here. Middle, same position. And we're going to grab this one. There we go. Push OK. And assemble a joint. Now there is a little trick I might be able to show you in a second. Because I'm doing things that are very repetitive. This is the next one I want. And assemble a joint. Boom. See if it'll work for me. Okay, if you hold down the right mouse button and stroke upwards, it will create or pull up the last command that you used. So I didn't have to go assemble a joint. I just held right mouse button down and stroked upwards, and I pulled up the last command. So here we go. We're going to go pick this one. It's just a little shortcut. Here we go. Push OK. Right mouse button down, stroking upwards, and I'm ready to go again. And now we're going to take this one and put it there and push OK. Okay, so as I said, it's not identical to our inspiration, which was there. I could add another, piece of the light colored wood and a strip of the walnut in between, and we'd pretty much get there. But you get the idea. That's the idea. Again, another piece of light wood and a piece of walnut in between, and we would have pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to turn the joints off up here so we don't have to look at them. And this is now showing a little bit of design. It's a wood choice, working with the materials you have to make an interesting project and something that people would like to look at versus just one walnut board, just a brown board. And then yeah, the next video we'll talk about shapes. We won't talk about just creating interest with different colors of wood. We'll talk about creating shapes or creating interest using shapes. And that's it for this video.